We are recording. So, hello everybody. Welcome to this English YouTube channel. Today we're gonna have an amazing topics with our friends. Today is another beautiful day to practice speaking skills. Why not?
I'm lonely this winter. I'm fulfilling the wish of your loving being. I don't know that will hold for me to be alone. I'm lonely this winter.
So we decided to talk about some things, and today the topic which we brought for to discuss, for just to improve our English speaking skills, it'll be related to wedding, marriage, or things like that. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you are not subscribed at our English YouTube channel, don't forget to click on the red button below and subscribe it. And if you think that it be good or useful, share it with your friends, with your colleagues, maybe that are looking for a good English YouTube channel to see that it's totally possible to learn English by yourself. So, hello, Fernando. It's a pleasure to have you here again. Fernando is from Sao Paulo. It's everything okay? How are you today?
I'm fine, man. Thanks for inviting me for another meeting to improve our English skills. So let's do it.
Nice. Nice. The pleasure is mine, man. And hello, Alice. It's your turn. How have you been?
Oh, hello, Alex. I'm very good. And you?
Pretty good, and I really a little bit excited because today it's gonna be a great day to practice speaking skills, and the topic is very useful. Sometimes we're gonna need it to talk about wedding. I'm already married, which means I already have my own family. But even though if I didn't have my family, maybe in the future I will build a family. So everyone, at least that's what I think, everyone should know to speak about your family, your marriage, or things like that in English. So that is exactly what IELTS speaking exam will bring for us. So the first question I'd like to Fernando describe, if you Fernando doesn't I remember that Fernando told us the last time that he is not married yet, but he is considering that for the future. And let's talk about something here. Let me see. Describe your wedding or regular. Okay. You can talk about the second part. For instance, describe a wedding you would like to have. So you should say where the wedding takes place, which guests are invited or you to be invited, and what happened during the ceremony, what's going to happen in the ceremony, and say if there is anything unusual about your wedding that you are considered to have. So, Fernando, it's your turn. Feel free to describe which wedding you would like to have in the future.
I've already been married. I'm now divorced. I was married for almost 6 years, but we divorced 4 years ago. And nowadays, I don't think to marry anymore. I wouldn't say it. I will never marry anymore. But today, I don't think about this anymore. It wasn't a tragical thing for me. It was good while it there is for the 5 or 6 years we got together. It was a great time. And which guests are invited? Well, we invited mostly of our family and close friends, people from our work. It wasn't a big ceremony. I think maybe 40 or 50 people in the total. It was a little shorter than the usual ceremonies. It was the ceremony happens during the day, so we made we went to a like a farm to do a barbecue with all the family, friends, and people from our work. Uh, it was a simple sermon, but was really good because people were talking, laughing, drinking, and eating. It was great.
Nice, very good. And let me say here, and say to me if there's anything unusual about your wedding, which means what happened that you consider it is not common to happen during the wedding.
No, it wasn't anything unusual. It was very normal. No problem at all.
I got you. I got. So you told us so 5 years. You stay married for 5 years. That's right.
It's 5 years and a half.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. So now are you not married anymore? So, but maybe in the future, I don't know. Who
Yeah.
knows exactly? Who knows?
And now I'm just dating.
Nice,
But
nice.
I don't think to marry anymore. I
Let's
don't know the
see.
future.
Maybe she decides for you. I don't know.
I don't know. I think marriage is a very serious thing and should be considered by the couple, right?
Yes, yes, indeed, man. You are right. Mary, it's quite serious. I believe it's one of the most serious decision or attitudes that we can make is married with someone else because you start to be part of their lives. You start to be maybe as the Bible said. I don't know if you believe what the Bible says, but the Bible said that you are not both anymore. You are not both anymore. You and her or the woman and man that decided to marry. It's gonna be just one person. It's like just one person. So everything that happened with her will hurt you, and that everything that started happening with you will hurt her. And we
Mhm.
must to protect each other. So that's why I believe it's a quiet decision and must be taken in the best place. And Alice, it's your turn. Describe your wedding or a wedding you would like to have. You should say where is the wedding takes place, which guests are invited, and what happened during the ceremony. And say if there's anything unusual about your wedding. Feel free, Alice.
Oh yeah, yeah. I am married now, and I got married at the beginning of last year. But unfortunately, I didn't have any wedding ceremony. My husband and I just went to the marriage office and to register to be couples uh, legally, and then that's all. We at first we thought to have a wedding ceremony, but we thought that it was too complicated. We need to do a lot of plans, and besides, our hometown it's not in Beijing. Which is the city we are living in. So if we need have a wedding ceremony, our family need to travel a long distance to attend our wedding ceremony. It will be very hard, and it will cost a lot of money. So we decided to save this money, and then we use this money to travel a lot. Um, we traveled to Europe, and we still have some money left. So this year and next year we can travel to a lot of places. So we think that's okay. And we are not quite into the wedding ceremony. And maybe in the future, if I still want this, I think we can have the ceremony again. And but now I don't have too many plans about this.
Oh, I got you. And how things are changing, isn't it? Because some years, let's suppose here, 10 years ago, it was like obligatory to have, it's like obligatory to have a wedding ceremony or things like that. Because if you didn't do it, that suppose that you have no money to do it, to afford it, because everyone that had money at that time spend it with it. But today, it's not like that anymore. People are more reservated, I should say. People are not so into spend a lot of money because it's quite expensive to make a ceremony, wedding ceremony or things like that. So as Alice said, and I believe it's a bad decision, it's a better decision than just make a wedding ceremony is to take this money to invest in yourselves, invest in your home, invest in your and a travel, maybe it would be more useful. I really agree with that. And maybe if it was today, I will do the same. If I have money to spend, maybe I just gonna pick up my wife and her. It's gonna travel. It's gonna join on a trip and enjoy so many things together. That is the best way to invest money, isn't it? I don't know. That is my opinion, at least. I
Yeah, I
will not
totally
spend.
agree.
Yes, I don't know how about you, Fernando. Let's suppose here that right now you are preparing yourself. You are maybe save a lot of money during so many years, and let's suppose here that, like you just said, 50 people, 50 persons. You just have a ceremony. Some years ago, you have a ceremony with 50 people, at least 50 guests, and maybe it have been close to, I don't know. Let's suppose here more than 50,000 reais, much more than 50,000 reais to spend just in one night, you know.
Yeah,
And you could pick up this money to maybe use it and enjoy doing
yeah,
another things.
and there's a lot of parties of marriage ceremonies that takes a lot of money, maybe 100 or 200,000 of our money here, and just to takes 5 or 6 hours, right?
Exactly,
And
man.
it's a very short time to spend this lot of money, this amount of money, in my vision. I think you can take this money and do what Alice said. Go to travel, to visit another countries, to knowing other cultures. I think this is the important thing to do with your partner.
Yes, and another thing which I must say, it's like people just made their weddings part just because it's like a culture, you know, it's
Yeah,
something that someone else imposed to them. Some maybe their parents, maybe their friends.
just
You,
show up to other people.
yes, you got it. That's exactly show up. It's just to share that you are happy, you are married, and you love your wife. Because if you didn't pay anything, if you didn't build a great or one of the biggest party, maybe you not love your should I say your spouse, you not love your friend, your wife or your husband, because you do not make a big party to celebrate this wedding. So that is just a question of culture, you know.
Yeah,
And
you can make the biggest party of the world, but there will always be someone who will talking bad and saying bad things about or the food or the band or the music. You cannot you can't
please everyone, you can please everyone.
please everyone. It's impossible.
Yes, yes, I got it.
Even Jesus didn't that with this.
Exactly. That's exactly what the example which I use. So, guy, we must to be happy. The rest of things, or the rest of people, doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
must be happy. You must to do things that you believe is right, of course, in accord with law. Let's be clear here. Let's do everything that it's legal. That even I should say that at least it's legal. It's gonna be okay. So let's live our life. Let's do our best for others, and we do not need to worry about what other people will think on this way, because at least on this way, because it's your life, you know. You're gonna be
yeah,
married, you're gonna choose a person to pass the rest of your life with. So it to be should be the best decision. You must do the right decision. And let's see here the next question here. Now it's gonna talk about weddings, but um, here let's talk about presents. So still thinking in weddings, like we were talking, what presents are suitable for a wedding or in your country? So there's a lot of different here because we have a friend from China, and maybe in China it's going to be different, but here in Brazil, it's not so a rocket science how which things you should give for the married couple, new married. So maybe here in Brazil, if you are able to give them furniture or give them something like I don't know, maybe something to be part of decoration of their house or things like that, it's gonna be okay. It's a good present. It's a good gift to give them for their wedding. So, how about you, Fernando? What do you think about which present is be more suitable for a wedding art?
I think the couple that are wedding, they should choose between things to their home, like you said, to decorations or electro domestics like a microwave, a fridge, woven oven, or things to home, or to choose the money, right? Today we have websites online to people who are getting engaged to marry, that you can enter and choose in the list what the present you want to give them. So you have the option to give money. So the couple do whatever they intend to be the best decision. I think money, because they buy what what they want, right? To do their house or to make a travel.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Sometimes there are a lot of people who think that if they ask it money, they maybe it will be not fair. But in my opinion, it's the best way because you do not need to spend a lot of time to think what things is gonna choose, what present's gonna be better. So you just I don't know because presents gifts for weddings is not cheap. So we must do. Let's suppose here 200 reais. 200 reais is gonna be a good price to give for the couple, and they will decide it whatever they want to do with this money. Maybe it's gonna be easier.
Sim.
How about you, Alice? It's your turn. What presents are suitable for a wedding in your country?
Oh, actually, we only give money in as a present in a wedding. We don't give anything else. Actually, it sounds not so romantic, but this is the tradition of our country. Because maybe several decades ago, China was a little poor, and at that time, people regarded wedding ceremony as the most important time of their whole life. So when they want to get married, they need to spend a lot of money on that. And they at that time they didn't have enough money. So we had this tradition. Every time people attend a wedding ceremony, they would bring the couples a red pocket, a red paper pocket, and they will put the money inside. Then after the wedding ceremony, the couples could receive a lot of money, a big amount of money, and they can pay for their dinners, their restaurant, and a lot of things. And then when their friend get married, they will also give money as a president. Sorry, as present. So in this way, Chinese people could afford to hold a wedding ceremony. But now, nowadays, we are not that poor. Every family could afford a wedding ceremony, but we still have this tradition. We only give money in the wedding ceremony. And now I think if we can give some other things, some more interesting present, it will be better. But now people also keep this tradition. I don't know, maybe in the future people will change this tradition. Maybe they will give the couples some new things. I don't know.
Oh, I thought very interesting. What do you thought about it, Fernando? China, they usually give from wedding new couples, they give it money because it's better. It's exactly what
Yeah,
we were talking.
I think it's the better decision. It's a simple way. You don't have to choose the present in a store. Just give the money, and the couple will arrange it the better way they think about it.
Yeah, very good. I like it. I like it what the Chinese people are doing. That's just maybe should be copied here in Brazil. I don't know. Do you think money? Sorry. do you think money spent on wedding is wasted? So do you think every money that you spend on wedding party or wedding ceremony is a waste of money? What do you think about it when it comes to say instructor? Because you know it's romantic, it's beautiful, it's show for everyone. It's like Fernando said, it's like a more show up, but we must do it. But in general situation, when you made a assessment about everything that we did, what do you think about the money that you spend on it, Fernando? Do you think it's wasted?
I think in my opinion, the money should be spent to the couple who are getting married, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money in big parties and then a lot of things like that, because I think that what will get inside your mind, your memories, will be the travels, the moment you engaged with your partner. So, but people who wants to do big parties and they have conditions for that, that's okay also. There are so many people that are, for them it's so important to do parties, to get all the people together, and they have money to it, and that's okay also.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. Maybe Alice has a different opinion. Let's see. So, do you think money is spent on wedding is wasted? What do you think about it, Alice? Alice has already told you. She told us that they usually gave gifts for money as gift. But let me suppose here that I don't know if it's expensive to get married at China, but let's suppose here that you must spend a lot of money. Do you think the money that you spend at your wedding or a wedding is a waste of money?
Actually, I think it depends. Because wedding is the most important moment in our entire life, and someone, uh, especially girls, really want to celebrate this moment. They just want to have a very big ceremony to to celebrate this important moment. They want to gather all their friends and important family and relatives together to know that they are married. I think that's okay. So if some people really cherish this, I think it's not a waste of money. Because people have right to spend money on everything they value, and if they really value this, I think they should. Everyone deserves a very big wedding ceremony. But for some people like me who are very realistic and think it's not important to have a big ceremony, and we can just memorize this important moment by ourselves. For these people, I think they can just use this money to invest themselves to do something they value more. So I think it depends. It depends on what people value and what they want, and they can spend the money on something that they value most.
Very good. I couldn't agree more. So that's very, very, very fair. Very fair. I agree with you. And the next question. So, why do non-religious people choose to get married in churches? Let's suppose here that if they were or they are not religious person, why they need to get married at the churches? Fernando, would you like to answer that?
I think that is most because of a tradition. I think because almost the 90 or almost the total of the ceremonies occurs inside a church, and I think that's because of it. But there's another other places people are getting married today, like beaches or countryside places, like farms or very greenish places. But churches are the most traditional. I think that's because of years and years of tradition. People get married inside of them.
Yeah, yeah, that should be the reason. And I don't know, Alice, how things happen on China. People still get married in churches, or how is the culture about the place that they will get married?
Oh, actually, in China, the majority of people do not have any religion, but some young people really choose to get married in church, in churches, and actually, it's not the Chinese tradition. In our tradition, during the wedding, the couples should wear red clothes. And because in China, we like the color red because our flag is red, and during a lot of important festivals, we will decorate our house with some red decorations. So we think red, we regard red as a very good color. So it's our tradition to wear red clothes during the wedding, and this means how can I say that? Maybe red can be regarded as flowers, sunshine, and a lot of good things. So if couples wear red clothes, this means they will be very happy. They will have a very good life after getting married. Yeah, but
Yeah,
a lot of
I heard.
young people, sorry, a lot of young people really get married in churches, and they wear white clothes. This is a little different from Chinese tradition, but I guess it's because they think church is beautiful. I think they will not regard, they will not connect the church with any religion. They just think wearing white wedding dress and getting married in churches is very beautiful, is very romantic, is very fashion. So they just want to do this. Okay.
Nice, nice. I was complimenting that I have heard some days before. I was watching CNN 10. I don't know if you know this YouTube channel. CNN 10 is a short videos, about 10 minutes from news all over the world, and is American news, American TV show. So CNN 10's, sorry, CNN. Let me try say again. CNN 10. This YouTube channel was sharing with us some news about the whole war. And when it comes to talk about China, they were talking about the flags, the China's flag. China's flag is made by red color because they believe that red color is like a symbol of prosperity, symbol of happiness, and symbol of good wishes for the future. So that's why Chinese people like and love color red. I'm right?
Oh yeah,
Ah,
that's right.
that's very good. Very good. I like it to hear. I like it to hear why they use a lot of red color. Because here Brazil is not the same, isn't it, Fernando? When they use the red color, is not a good thing. Maybe people will discord us. Maybe people will judge here, but they use a lot of red color because we are talking about people who have no. How can I call that? Red color is related to people who have no soil, have no place to live. I believe that you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how I can say that. I never thought before.
Without
Maybe
land
homeless
people.
people.
Without land, that's it. Without land, without land people, they just just for talking here. But let's go ahead here. But here, Brazil, the red color is not considered to be a good one. But besides, China, they consider that is there are a lot of good things that can be symbol by red color. So that's very good. That's very interesting. And let's jump for the next topic here, guys. I'm so interested in say here. Let's talk about marriage. After we get our wedding, we now are married. That's it. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of status, and then after you get your wedding, after you finish your wedding day, you go for your honeymoon, and after that, you will be married. So now I'd like to ask you, Fernando, it's your turn. How long should a couple wait before getting married? What are you thinking about that? Today is quite difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I think is that there's no rule for this question. I think it's a very internal question that just the couple could solve this. I think the partners should know each other, no matter how many time it takes, right? Months or years. I don't know. I think there's not a rule for this because it's a very particular decision, right? Maybe
Yeah.
people are together with just 1 month and decides to get married and dies together for the rest of their lives. And people maybe get to know each other for years, and the marriage during just few years. So for me, that there's no rule for this.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that is like a personal decision, isn't it? It's like a
Yeah.
couple decisions and things like that. And how about you, Alice? Do you have any answer to that? There is something that's considered a culture in China related to it?
Oh, actually, I have the same opinion with Fernando. I also think there is no particular rule for this, and it also depends. But I think two people shouldn't get married too quickly. They need to get get familiar with each other, to know each other very well, and to know the advantages and the disadvantages of getting married with these people, and think it over and over again,
Sounds
to
good.
know if they can accept the disadvantage, to know if they can give up something in the marriage, and to know if these two people can get along well with each other. They should be responsible for this. And because nowadays a lot of people get married very quickly. Maybe two people meet each other and they think, oh, these people look very beautiful, and then they get married after meeting each other for only maybe several weeks. And then after living together for several months, they find that, oh, they are not they don't match each other, and they divorce each other. I think that's not very good. That's not mature. For mature idols, they need to think it over and be very serious about the marriage. And after getting married, they shouldn't think about divorce each other very easily. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, very good. I agree. And the next question is going to be very, very difficult, but that was not different. People should decide by themselves or for themselves which time or which is the right time to start getting or to get married or to propose someone to get married. But to get more, I should say, accuracy on their decisions, they must think deeply, didn't they? So they must think deeply. They must to consider all issues about marriage, how serious it is, and that because people, I don't know if you notice, guys, but today people just get married already thinking in the future if the things will be not right. Maybe I could get divorced and start again and again. But that is not the right spirit. That is not the right spirit. You know, we do not need to get married already thinking and got divorced. You know, we must get married thinking that everything's gonna be for everlasting. You know, for the forever, for the whole life at least. I think. Of course, some things bad can happen during this path, but if nothing happen, you cannot use a marriage just for, let's suppose, having a fun moment with a woman or things like that, or with a man. So we must respect each other, and that is my opinion. That my opinion is that we must consider deeply before get married. Even if in 1 month you already know this person, or if you have been known her or him for 1 year, 2 years, I know people who are, should I say, who are dating for 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years, and they didn't decide to get married yet. Of course, it's their decision. So, but if they get married or if they decided to get married, I believe that they thought deeply on it and they believe that's going to be good. It's going to be a better next step on their lives. And so that is the magic of wedding, isn't it? So think deeply, decide it together with your new family, with your proposal, I suppose. So but I'm really concerned because in nowadays people, the youngers, they was not thinking deeply anymore. They think that if the nothing's happened, they just can get divorced and step on another one. So that is not the right part, isn't it? Marriage should be forever, and of course, at least if you have some problems, some difficulties, which is considered to be unconciliable, and that is the right way to go divorce. But without that, it's quite difficult. But our youngers is not thinking as we thought anymore. That's what I think. How about you guys? Do you think that the younger generation is quite misunderstanding the right
Yeah.
value?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I hope we can help them in the future. We can at least advise them, warning them that the right way is to think deeply. The best decision, if you are not ready, is don't get married. If you are not ready, don't get married. Marriage is a right uh, in a serious compromise that we must to assume. The next question: what is the secret? Here's a tough question. I don't know if we're gonna find some answer, some right, because there is no right answer here, guys. It's just a conversation, so don't feel sad or worried about it. It's just to practice our speaking skills. So let's make some provocations here. Let's make some incitation here. What is the secret of a successful marriage? Oh, that is a quite difficult. I believe that no one's know that except Jesus Christ, because the Bible provides a lot of advices, a lot of good advices for a good marriage, a successful marriage. But in our opinion, guys, which one? If you were questioned, if you were asked to give a special advice for a couple married, what's gonna be, Fernando?
I think I would advise them to be respectful with each other, to be honest, and to be loyal. I think that this is the three quick key secrets that will make the marriage to last at least for a long term, for years, or maybe for last forever. So respect, honesty, and loyal.
Nice, man. Nice. That was awesome. That was awesome. I couldn't agree more. That's very good. And how about you, Alice? What is the secret for a successful marriage?
I think in a marriage, i- people always ignore a very important thing. Is that the couples should be first best friend with each other. Because in China, a lot of people match each other very well. They have very good financial foundation, and they have very similar background, but they are not good friend with each other. Sometimes they even don't know how to talk with each other. They don't want to share things with each other. I don't like this kind of marriage, and the atmosphere in this kind of marriage is not so good. So first, I think people should be best friend first, and then consider to be couples. And the second secret is we should be faithful. To be honest to our marriage. We shouldn't have any affairs during the marriage. If we have this kind of thing, it will ruin our marriage. And we also should be honest with our partner to let our partner know all the important things of ourselves, such as our plans in the future, and our career, our salary, and a lot of things. And the last one is we should respect each other. I think there are no similar. No two similar people around the world. So everyone must be a little different from their partner. They will have different habits, and we can't be 100% similar to each other. So sometimes we need to respect each other. They will have our partner may have some habits that we can't stand. At this time, we need to respect each other. We can't think about changing each other. And if we can respect each other, I think everything will be okay. Okay, that's all.
Very good, very good. I was just looking for a great phrase here because after we finish is the second question, or the next question, but I would like to give a great phrase for maybe people who are married and maybe are watching us here. I'd like to give them some good phrases because the last question, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to answer. For instance, maybe we're gonna got some answers which will be encouraging and will encourage people to get divorced, or maybe not. But let's see what's gonna bring which type of answers we're gonna get here. The last question: should unhappy couples get divorced? What do you think about it, Fernando?
I think the couple should always be talkative to each other, and it should always bring their problems to each other and talk and see their opinion to get into a conclusion. I think this is the best way to solve the problems and make this unhappy to happy, right? So if even if the problems are not solved by the dialogues and talking, and there's no way to get the problem solved and to get back the happiness that was in the beginning of the marriage, I think so that's okay to get divorced and to be happy with another one. No problem to this.
Very good, I agree. And how about you, Alice? Should the unhappy couples get divorced? Get divorced?
In my opinion, getting divorced should be a very serious should be a very serious thing. And before couples trying to do this, they need to think it over and over again. Because actually in during a marriage there will be conflicts exist. No matter how happy the marriage is, there will be some differences and conflicts. We should first think how to solve this problem. We should try our best to solve this. But if the marriage is broken and we can never maintain this, I think it's okay to get divorced, but we should think it over. We can't easily to make this decision. It's never a very easy decision to get divorced. We should be very serious about this.
Yes, and like I said, guys, there is no rule here. we are just discussing to improve our vocabulary related to marriage, related to parties, or things like that. And it's totally normal, guys. And for everyone who are watching this here, it's totally normal. Maybe if you already got divorced, maybe if you are thinking about, maybe if you are facing some trouble, some problems with your within your marriage, or maybe your marriage is the perfect one. Maybe you have no problem with your marriage. So for everyone who are watching this here, we are not here to judge. We are not here to talking serious about it. It's just a question of practice about English. And if you are married, I just would like to leave this phrase, this statement here for you to thinking about. A great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together. It is when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their difference. So thinking about it, guys, if you are here to, and if you are thinking about get marriage, or if you are thinking about it to get divorced, or maybe if you already got divorced, maybe that can be used for your next challenge, your next couple, your next marriage, or things like that. Because here we are just to practice our speaking skills. Okay, there is no rule. We are not here to talk it related to personal lives and things like that. It's just a question of practice. So marriage is exactly a great and a serious decision for everyone, those who already took that decision or who decided to not be married anymore. So it's your turn. It's just on yourself. So decide what is best for your life. And of course, be happy. That is the question. That is exactly what we needed to feel. We needed to feel happy and good with ourselves. And that is the right place to be. Isn't it, Fernando? Thank you so much to practice with us. What do you thought about this English topic for today, guys?
Yeah, it was a great topic with a lot of things to talk about it. I think it's a large topic. You can think various ways to respond to the questions. It was an interesting subject, and I like this morning to practice our English skills here with Alice and with Alex. It was a great time for me.
So do I, man. It was very good to have you all of you here. And I always encourage you to people to start to study English right now. There is no better day to start to study English than today. So today is a beautiful day. Honestly, it's raining here right now, so it's not a beautiful day, to be honest. But it's a good day because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm happy with my English level. We are developed together, and we have friends, new friends I have, like Fernando and Alice, which are good people, which are the best of friends to practice speaking. So that is what we need, isn't it? We need a good person. We need a good friends to practice with. We need a good topic and spend time with it. That is the key. Alice, thank you so much to being here. What do you thought about this English talk today?
Oh, I really like today's English practicing topic. This is the first time we talk about wedding and marriage. I like it very much because we can practice some new vocabularies and we can improve our vocabularies. And at the same time, we can think deeply about our lives because all of us are married, so we really need to think about our marriage, our life, and our partners. So thank you very much for bringing this topic to our session, and I really like it. And I think I have thought a lot about my marriage. It is good for my life and my marriage and my English.
Oh, so do I. I think the same. We are in the same boat. So as we talked here, all of us is or were married already, and so we know exactly what we are talking about here. So that gave us a little bit of proficiency when we talked about this topic. But as we talked here, it was just to make to bring a new talk. As Alice told you, we never talked about marriage before here. This is the first time. So I consider that our vocabulary related to this topic is good because we're good here. We practice a lot of things. We talked about marriage, couple, party, weddings, and things like that. And we never, I believe that, in my opinion, I wasn't prepared to talk about that. So that is the challenge. I wasn't prepared to talk about, but I made it. I managed to do it. So that is challenge yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much. I'd like to ask you to be here just a second because I'm gonna finish this meeting here for people from the YouTube channel. So, if you are watching us from the YouTube channel, thank you so much to up to the end to be here up to the end of this video. And I hope you subscribe. I hope you like this talk. And remember, we are here just to practice speaking skills. There is not personal answers. We are just asked to answer as IELTS exam asked here. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you in the next meeting. So bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.